John chapter 13. Now before the feast of the Passover, when Jesus knew that his hour had come, that he should depart out of this world to the Father, having loved his own which were in the world, he loved them to the end. And supper being ended, the devil, having now put into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him, Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he came from God and went to God, he rose from supper and laid aside his garments, and took a towel and wrapped himself with it. After that he poured water into a basin, and began to wash the disciples' feet, and to wipe them with the towel that he was wrapped with. Then he came to Simon Peter, and Peter said to him, Lord, you want to wash my feet? Jesus answered and said to him, What I do, you do not now understand, but you shall know later. Peter said to him, You shall never wash my feet. Jesus answered him, If I don't wash you, you have no part with me. Simon Peter then said to him, Lord, not only my feet then, but also my hands and my head. Jesus said to him, He that is washed needs only to wash his feet, but is clean every bit. And you are clean, but not all of you. For he knew who should betray him. Therefore he said, You are not all clean. So after he had washed their feet, and had taken his garments and sat down again, he said to them, Do you know what I have done to you? You call me Master and Lord, and you say, Well, for so I am. If I am your Lord and Master, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example, that you should do as I have done to you. Surely, surely, I say to you, the servant is not greater than his Lord, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. If you know these things, happy are you if you do them. I don't speak to all of you, I know who I have chosen, but so that the Scripture may be fulfilled, he that eats bread with me has lifted up his heel against me. Now I tell you before it comes, that when it comes to pass, you may believe that I am he. Surely, surely, I say to you, he that receives whoever I send receives me, and he that doesn't receive me doesn't receive him that sent me. When Jesus had said this, he was troubled in spirit and testified and said, Surely, surely, I say to you, that one of you shall betray me. Then the disciples looked one on one another, doubting of whom he spoke. Now one of his disciples there was leaning on Jesus' chest, whom Jesus loved. Simon Peter therefore requested of him that he should ask who it was of whom he spoke. He, then lying on Jesus' breast, said to him, Lord, who is it? Jesus answered, It is he to whom I shall give a piece of bread, when I have dipped it. And when he had dipped the bread, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon. And after the bread, Satan entered into him. Then Jesus said to him, What you do quickly. Now no man at the table knew the intent of what he spoke to him. For some of them thought because Judas had the money bag, that Jesus had said to him, Buy those things that we have need of because of the feast, or that he should give something to the poor. He then, having received the bread, went immediately out, and it was night. Therefore when he had gone out, Jesus said, Now the Son of Man is glorified, and God is glorified in him. If God is glorified in him, God shall also glorify him to himself, and shall immediately glorify him. Little children, only a little while longer am I with you. You shall seek me, and as I said to the Jews, where I go, you cannot come. So now I say to you, a new commandment I am giving you, that you love one another as I have loved you, that you also love one another. By this shall all men know that you are my disciples, if you have love one for another. Simon Peter said to him, Lord, where do you go? Jesus answered him, Where I go you cannot follow me now, but you shall follow me afterwards. Peter then said to him, Lord, why cannot I follow you now? I will lay down my life for your sake. Jesus answered him, Will you lay down your life for my sake? Surely, surely, I say to you, the cock shall not crow until you have denied me 3 times.